The extraordinary often lies hidden in plain sight. Yes, there exists a land of adventure that is often overseen, Lithuania. Nestled along the shimmering shores of the Baltic Sea, the forces of nature meet the dreams of humankind. A landscape of breathtaking beauty and otherworldly wonder. Join the grand finale of our Baltic States tour with pristine forests and secret military areas, with cultural places and a vibrant capital city. Discover the country Lithuania.
So that was a rather small border to Lithuania, and actually I think the smallest one that we have taken so far, on a nice little gravel road. And now we're here. Welcome.
Lithuania is the southernmost of the three Baltic states, bordered by Latvia to the north, Belarus to the east and south, Poland to the south, and the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad to the southwest.
I have actually a personal connection to Lithuania. I have some friends from Lithuania that I spent some time with, who I partied a lot with. So I always have the feeling that Lithuanians are very strong party people. But also, that might just be because my friends are. I might have to find out the truth. I will otherwise check out this supposedly very beautiful country and try to find some roots off the beaten track.
Lithuanian is the official language of Lithuania and is one of the oldest languages in the world. To our surprise, we found out that it's related to Sanskrit. While Latvian and Lithuanian are more closely related to each other, being a branch of the Indo-European language family, unlike Estonian being a Finno-Ugric language, speakers of these three Baltic languages cannot directly understand one another when communicating in their native tongues.
We now drove for, I think, 1.5 to 2 hours since the border to come to this place, which is called the Hill of Crosses for a very obvious reason.
Between the rolling hills of northern Lithuania, there is a remarkable sight, the Hill of Crosses. This sacred place, where countless crosses, rosaries, and statues have been left by the faithful, is a testament to the unbreakable bond between the Lithuanian people and their religious heritage. It is believed that the first crosses were placed here in the wake of the 1831 uprising against Russian rule. During the Soviet era, the hill became a symbol of defiance against the regime, with Lithuanians risking imprisonment to leave their crosses at the site. Despite the Soviet authorities' repeated attempts to bulldoze the hill, the crosses always returned, each one a silent yet powerful declaration of faith and resilience. Today, the Hill of Crosses stands as a living monument to Lithuania's history and a display of devotion and determination.
So this was windy and interesting to see, but also a little bit weird. I don't know. It's just gives you a very bit strange feeling, this place.
I can't really put my finger on it, but the Hill of Crosses left us with a weird feeling. Like sometimes when there is an energy you barely understand. But it is definitely a must-see when visiting Lithuania.
Because we have already been to very nice beaches in Estonia and in Latvia, we decided to not do the coast of Lithuania again. It's supposed to be beautiful. There is supposed to be also a few very nice towns, but we decided to skip that area.
Lithuania is divided into 5 distinct regions, each with its own unique character. In the north, rolling hills dominate. In the west, you find ancient hill forts, the port city of Klaipėda, and the stunning Curonian Spit. Central Lithuania is home to the capital Vilnius. The south boasts dense forests and tranquil rivers, and finally the southwest is known for its fertile agricultural lands, the historic city of Marijampolė, and the beautiful Vistitis Regional Park. Indeed, about 1/3 of the country is forested, and about another 1/5 is taken up by meadowlands. Swamps and marshlands account for only a small percentage of the total land.
This is what overtaking looks like these days. Always the big question, are we gonna make it or not? So this video meanwhile is a minute long and we are about to vanish. Well, these are the other sides of the road trip with a toddler. Oh my God.
After having visited the stunning capital city of Estonia, Tallinn, and buzzing Riga in Latvia, and loving both experiences, we were curious what Lithuania would have in stock for us.
Because the weather was about to get worse today, we decided against going camping, which we initially wanted to do. We wanted to drive more east of Lithuania, and instead we kind of roughed it out and drove straight to Vilnius, the capital, to go camping after our visit in Vilnius. We are in Vilnius now, and I actually thought from Riga, Tallinn, Vilnius would be the one that I maybe like least, but so far I love Vilnius. I think it's very special architecture and super nice places to see and to go to.
Vilnius Old Town is one of the largest in Europe, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and is a labyrinth of narrow streets and hidden courtyards. It indeed has a very special architecture. It's not just small alleys that surround houses like in typical old towns, but there are always blocks of buildings that you can enter, and where the beautiful courtyards are a centerpiece of Vilnius life. For example, Vilnius University, founded in 1579, which has 12 courtyards and beautiful frescoes that reflect the city's rich intellectual heritage. The city's skyline is dominated by the neoclassical Vilnius Cathedral, which stands on the site of a former pagan temple and features a striking bell tower that offers panoramic views of the city. One of my favorite parts of Vilnius is the former Jewish quarter that dedicated itself to amazing handcrafts and gastronomy. During the day, you find jewelry or the delicate linen that Lithuania is famous for. In the evening, the roads become busy and boast one restaurant next to each other. If you have time to only visit one restaurant, I would recommend Saint-Germain. Even if not having typical Lithuanian food, it was one of the restaurants with the nicest atmospheres that we had visited in all of our trip. And if you have time to only visit one shop, it's the Old Town Store, a tiny place that sells local products and even fresh veggies. A great destination to stock up for your trip or just shop some things to bring home like Lithuanian honey.
It was funny because also we met some people from Latvia and Estonia and so on our travels on the way, and they all said, their favorite city is Riga, and some that their favorite city is Tallinn, but basically nobody said that they really liked and enjoyed Vilnius. And for us, I think Vilnius was our favorite city of the Baltic States.
Leaving Vilnius felt like starting the last leg of our Baltic States adventure. But also, we were looking most forward to this day, due to our plan of where to go and camp. We had one goal: small forest roads for the rest of the day.
So we're back on our supermarket routine. Each country at least going through a supermarket once. Today it's shopping for our night out in the woods. Some delicious food for our dinner and breakfast and for on the road. The crazy thing in the supermarkets here is that you even have to weigh your cucumbers, which I've never done before, because usually it's per piece everywhere where I live. Yeah, this is not a massacre. This was our child. So we are now going to a little, I think, kind of nature reserve. It's supposed to be, I don't know even if it's supposed to be because we just found it on the map, but I think it's very small forest roads. And we will see how it is because the roads are not very clear, so I hope we can even drive.
Well, if I say that roads I found are not very clear, it usually means that they are so small that they are not mapped properly, or that something else is off with them. And after a little detour due to a construction site, we were about to find out.
Now we came over the sign already twice on our way, so we thought we better check if we're even allowed to go in here. So we're not quite sure, but we think this is military area because the sign says that when the boom is down, it's really a threat to go in because there's fighting taking place. And we actually decided to now turn around just to be safe and not to drive through military area, which I think would not be the smartest thing on earth. Goodbye, beautiful forest here.
Driving out of the military area was easier said than done. We literally just wanted to get on normal roads again. But the area must have had some GPS jammers, so we eventually did hit some bigger roads. But some that were like landing strips. And for sure, not for public use.
Oh my god, what did we do? We're now in the middle of this military area and I think our GPS stopped to work because of some confusers or something like this here. So we went completely wrong and now are even deeper in this area than we wanted to because we wanted to get out. Oh god, we will see if we ever get out of here. Oh my god, everywhere stop signs. I better don't get stuck here now in this village where we already drove through all the military grounds. In the end, military needs to rescue us.
Guys, believe me, we have never been happier to exit a forest and its tiny roads. But continuing our trip still turned out more complicated than we thought.
I think this was our first real more off-roady stretch. What do you think?
Yeah, very.
No, seriously. So we actually drove now the fourth or fifth time wrong, not even being in the military area no more. But I think our GPSs are kind of like confused, or I don't know, they're not working properly because we're so close to the border and also so close to this military area. So actually both things. And now I hope that we're finally on the right track again. That leads along the whole time, basically along the border now.
Eventually we ended up on the right roads again. That brought us close to the border to Belarus and then deeper into the nature of the south of Lithuania.
So the next place that we are going to, where we hopefully will stay with the camper van overnight, is another suggestion of my friend Kinga. So Kinga, the Lithuania expert, gave us really a lot of recommendations for this trip.
If you follow my channel, the possibility is big that you are also following Kinga. who publishes video here on YouTube as On Her Bike, and originally comes from Poland, close to the Lithuanian border, and knows the area like the back of her hand. And yes, of course her suggestions were like gold to our adventurous souls. The Markinkonys area is situated in the heart of Dzukija National Park and is home to some of the most stunning nature and campgrounds in the country. Markinkonys Beach is located on the edge of a pristine lake.
So Kinga, thank you for this beautiful little gem here. Absolutely stunning. And I guess we're gonna have a swim now.
The shadow of the trees provided us shelter, the sandy beaches were super fun for little A, and we even made some duck friends.
This one is beautiful, different colors, complete.
What a paradise we stranded in.
What's for dinner?
Pasta. So the big secret why Greek yogurt in all these Baltic states are very good is that they have so much fat. 30% compared to, for example, Switzerland and Germany, where Greek yogurts normally have like, I don't know, 10% maximum, if not even less. So they taste really, really good here.
And now comes the most fun effect of all. In each supermarket we thought we bought Greek yogurt during the last weeks, but chrétien is a kind of sour cream and not yogurt. I'm glad we only found out in the end, because otherwise we would have maybe gone for the real yogurt, which probably would not have been as good.
Pasta? Cucumbers?
Yeah.
Yeah. And salad. What a feast!
The family camping next to us invited us to the Lithuanian potatoes, stuffed with ham and cheese. The next day, by the way, was a holiday. That's why the whole area was more busy than it usually is. Kinga said that she always was all by herself at the lake.
Oh, that looks so nice.
Well, do you remember what I said about me finding out if Lithuanians are party people? I got to proof without even trying.
We are on the road again, a little bit sleepy because our neighbors decided to party until 6 a.m. Actually never stopped, they were still awake when we got up at 8. So not very relaxing night, and we're off now. Actually, our last minutes in Lithuania already, because we're going to Poland next. And that's actually also the end of this video, because Poland will pretty much be only the drive home. So, see you guys.
Don't you wait until the morning light, the morning light. Far away until you're out of sight, you're out of sight. Don't look back, don't forget, you gotta let go while you can.
So this is Poland. Goodbye, Lithuania. Sometimes the closest things are the ones that are most easily overlooked. The nearest Baltic country to Central Europe was the one that we so far had not on our radar. But this is the beautiful thing about overlanding. It changes your perspective in ways you would not expect before hitting the road. Vilnius turned out to be our favorite Baltic States capital. The campground at Markinkonys, one of the most beautiful ones of the whole trip. And Lithuania's culture and its people turned out to be one of a kind. Our trip to the Baltic State had been long overdue, and now we will always look forward to come back. Guys, this is the end of the Baltic States road trip. Thanks for coming along and sharing these precious memories of ours. But this is also the beginning of new adventures. Give this video a thumbs up, comment and hit the bell button to subscribe to be part of the future Got2Go travel crew. In the meantime, we tried everything to finalize our van, and I hope I can share a proper room tour with you soon. There are also some more motorcycle videos in the pipeline to be released in the next month, so stay tuned. Got2Go, and see you next month.